Hey friends, how's it going? I am here with a not typical video for me. I'm going to do a flip through of the Goddesses of the World Oracle deck. And this isn't something I'll see very often from me. Most decks have a ton of videos out there, so it's kind of pointless for me to make my own video of it. But this is a deck that it's been calling my name for months now. And I really wanted, I only saw a few images, but the artwork just struck me. You know how that goes when something just vibes with you. And I tried finding, videos on YouTube, flip throughs, so I could see the deck as a whole, because this wasn't a cheap deck. I've seen more expensive decks, but it's definitely not cheap. So I couldn't find a video, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get this deck. And I kept wanting it and coming across it online, and I decided, well, if I get some money for Christmas, I'll get it. But I didn't. So I was like, well, it wasn't meant to be. But I couldn't stop thinking about it, and obviously I gave in because here it is. So I'm going to do a video, since there's no other flip through videos of this deck on YouTube, just in case there's somebody else out there that it was in the same position as me and just needs to see a flip through of it before they can make up their mind. Sorry, I gotta take a drink, my throat. But so let's get into it. Oh, I wanted to mention, I didn't know this about this company until after I got this deck, but I really like this company. It's about my brain, and they combine neuroscience and mythology and all of that together. And I love that because that's me. I'm a blending of all those things. I'm very science-minded. I'm very mystical. I come from a line of, healing women. I come from a very religious family also. These same women that were healers were also religious. So, and then also in our family was a lot of science and mathematic minded type people as well. So I love that this company blends all that together, just like I blend all that together. So let's get into this gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And then this is one of the creators. So the creators are Relmi, Sasha, and Sylvia Damiano. And this is, well, let me show you the inside of the box. This is holographic foil. And I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but the purple is also covered in glitter. Sparkly goodness. Oh, I meant to put this back in there. I'll do it later. This is Relmi Damiano. She is one of the creators. She is an Akashic Records reader. And if you buy one of their decks, they have this deck and an animal deck, which now that I know about it, of course, I'm interested in that too. And if you buy one of their decks, she gives you 30% off of an Akashic reading. I don't really know anything about that, so about Akashic readings or Akashic records. I don't have any knowledge about any of that, but just thought I'd share in case that's your thing. Here is our gorgeous deck with holographic foiling and this beautiful bluish purple background, probably more blue. And it's got the holographic foiling as well. Beautiful. Now heads up, as beautiful as foiling is, I hear that over time using the deck, foiling can get scuffed up, but that doesn't bother me. I just love that it has it. And the texture is matte and kind of velvety. It feels great. The cardstock is a little on the thinner side, but not as thin as some I've had. I definitely like the feel of these cards, except the only thing is the texture of the cards, they do not glide easily. So I've only had this deck a couple days, so it could be just one of those things that it's the type of finish that needs to be broken. Maybe a lot of my decks have been on the glossier side, so that's what I'm used to. So I've had a little issue with this deck as far as separating cards sometimes. And if you're the type of person who likes to shuffle and have a card pop out, that rarely happens, at least so far with this deck. So just letting you know that. But otherwise, I personally love the texture and the feel of these cards a lot. And then we have our guidebook here. And it's got holographic foiling on it too, y'all. I've never seen a guidebook with the holographic foiling, or with the foiling, the matching foiling from the deck on the book as well. So I think that's super cool. There's some different information in here from Typical Oracles just because of this type of company. So they have an introduction here, and this is a gathering of goddesses and 60 goddesses and deities, 10 for each of these 6 regions: the Americas, Europe, Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and the Pacific, including Australia and New Zealand, which, number one, I'm super excited about, because actually a lot of goddesses in this deck and deities are ones that I was not aware of, I'm not familiar with, or I had heard of them, but I really didn't know anything about them. So I'm super excited to delve into these other cultures and their goddesses and deities and learn about that. By engaging with these divine archetypes, you can connect with the universal feminine spirit, unlocking the potential within. This journey blends science, spirituality, personal growth, and mythology, providing a comprehensive path to self-discovery and purposeful living. That sounds amazing. Also, I just want to point out on a side note that this is another coincidence, but the January Spiral Rain boxes are all about the feminine divine and connecting with feminine energy and the feminine archetype and all of that loveliness. So I just find it interesting that I was extremely drawn to this deck and couldn't get it out of my mind, and it completely relates with the theme of January. Let's see about our oracle cards. Drawing inspiration from mythology and weaving together the latest discoveries in neuroscience, quantum physics, and holistic wellness. These cards employ storytelling to foster personal growth and the development of your personal leadership. The About My Brain Oracle decks provide a practical, clear, and down-to-earth method for nurturing well-being and exploring life's purpose. The thought-provoking articles that complement this guidebook go beyond traditional interpretations by integrating insights and wisdom from diverse disciplines. Our aim is to transcend conventional boundaries and offer you a comprehensive understanding of the cards and their profound capacity for transformation. We firmly believe that self-coaching and reflection is essential for creating a better world and embracing a more sustainable way of life. How to use this deck. Why use oracle cards? Everybody needs a mentor or a coach, but sometimes the resources to engage a coach can be limited. This is when oracle cards can become your self-coaching tool, allowing you to go inwards to reflect and gain new insights or perspectives. And using oracle cards will unveil the hero's journey, a self-discovery process for personal growth. It continues on, and then it goes into the hero's journey, and we have a few pages on that. Then we have the science behind a ritual or visualization. Neuroscience teaches us about the plasticity of our brains, emphasizing the impact of focused intention and repetitive practice on shape-shifting neural pathways. In addition, quantum physics suggests that at the fundamental level, everything is composed of vibrating energy fields interconnected in a vast web of potentiality. By engaging in rituals and visualizations, we enter a state of focused intention and coherence, enabling us to connect with the quantum realm and interact with the subtle energies linked to these goddess archetypes. By combining the ancient wisdom of goddess mythology with modern scientific knowledge, we tap into our own transformative power, fostering harmony in our mind, body, and spirit. That sounds great. And it continues on with more about that, how to conduct a reading, different types of questions you can ask, and then different layouts, single card draw, past, present, future spread, body, mind, spirit, situation, and now we get into our card meanings. We have on the left side, we'll have the colored image of the card, the number at the top. So there's page numbers, but you'll just go by this. So you'll flip through. These are in order. And then we have the name and a couple sentences, basically, that sums up the meaning of the card. Then you'll see this QR code here, which you can scan, and it will take you to a much more in-depth reading translation of this card. And the QR code is also built into the design on the back of the cards, so you don't even have to have the book out if you don't want it. You can just have your phone out, scan it, and go to that. And then you'll see we'll pull a card later after we flip through all of them, and I'll show you the book meaning and the QR code. And you'll see that I feel like once you get to know these goddesses and you have read all about them and start learning them very well, then the guidebook will come in handy because it'll be a quick reference tool until you get to know them all the way. But in the beginning, probably using the QR code is best when you don't have any knowledge of this goddess at all. So let's start our flip through here. Also, I want to say that I do not know how to pronounce the name of a lot of these goddesses and deities, so I'm not going to try on some of them. Some of them, if I pronounce it wrong, I do apologize. I plan on learning how to pronounce all of them. I've only had the deck for a couple days, though. First, we have Anya. Next is Amalur. Anahita. Anat. Look how stunning these cards are. And then, as you can see, the number, the border, and their name is in the holographic foiling as well. But these cards are just stunning to me. Aphrodite. Look at the color on these cards. Astarte. Let me make sure I got that name good so you can see who that is. Bridget. And we have Bridget's Day is coming up in a few weeks. Ceridwen. The Corn Mother. Diana. Durga. Izili. Flying Popo. Hina. Wow. Isis. Just so beautiful. You can see why I was so drawn to these cards. I believe this could be Japanese. It does seem like that could be Mount Fuji in the background with some cherry blossom trees. La Manja. Or La Maya. Lilith. Mami Wata. So stunning. Just every card. Every single card. Nana Baluku. Nanch. Look at that little guy down there at the bottom. Can't wait to find out about this little guy. He's kind of cute. Not typically cute, but definitely kind of cute. Ocean. Ocean. Stunning. Love those yellow peacock flowers. Oh yeah, look at the power coming off of her. Pachamama. Pele. She's so beautiful. They're all just stunning. Saraswati. Segment. Scotty. I love this one with the moon. Beautiful. Can't wait to learn about all of these. She looks like an angel. Look at that dragon, and this is the year of the dragon. So excited. White Buffalo Calf Woman. Yamoya. This is our artwork for the box and the book. And our last card. Last but not least, let's go ahead and select a card. It doesn't, as I said, these cards don't glide very easily, so that it doesn't fan extremely well. We're going to select this card, Nanch. All right, let's look her up. Here's a closer look at her one more time. She's number 36, Nanch. Advocate for those in need. The Sumerian goddess of social justice and fertility invites you to relate to others with empathy and compassion. Just as Nanch cared for the less fortunate, let her energy inspire you to extend a helping hand to those in need. Adopt the spirit of fairness and care and let it permeate your actions and interactions with others. So that is what we get from the book. And now let's go ahead and pull it up on the iPad. All right. Because I'd like to show you what you get when you pull up the QR code. So here we've got Goddesses of the World, the name of our goddess, Nanch. And it says Sumerian Goddess of Justice, Wisdom, and Abundance. And then we have a picture of the card here. We'll start off with the significance of Goddess Nanch. And these sections are on for every card. So what does Nanch represent in mythology? Goddess Nanch holds great significance in Sumerian mythology as a compassionate and nurturing deity who embodies the principles of justice, wisdom, and abundance. She is revered as the goddess of social justice, fertility, and divination. Nanch represents the harmonious balance between the spiritual and material realms, guiding individuals towards a just and prosperous life. As the protector of the marginalized and vulnerable, she offers her divine guidance and support to those in need. Nanch is associated with the sacred waters, symbolizing the flow of wisdom and the cyclical nature of life. She serves as a source of inspiration for seekers of truth, reminding them to embrace fairness, compassion, and the pursuit of knowledge. And then next we will have a little words of wisdom. Justice is not a mere concept, but a powerful force that brings balance and harmony to our world. Next, we'll have the archetypal qualities of our goddess. Nanch is the eternal goddess of abundance, wisdom, and justice, and it has a paragraph on that. Next will be the symbols associated with our goddess. Nanch, the Sumerian goddess of fertility, and her iconic symbols, and there's a paragraph on that. Next we'll have 3 strategies for personal transformation, tapping into the power of the Nanch archetype. And these strategies will be different for each goddess. So strategy 1, creating rituals of purification and renewal. Strategy 2, embracing the wisdom of dreams. And strategy 3, cultivating compassionate connections. Then it says, remember, personal transformation is a unique journey, and these strategies can guide you in your pursuit of self-discovery, empowerment, and growth. Adapt them to suit your individual needs and embrace the transformative power within you. And then next, they'll always tell us the story or the creation story of the goddess, or a very well-known story about the goddess to allow us to learn more about them. So this one is Amara and Nanch, A Tale of Divine Encounter and Lasting Legacy in Ancient Lagash. And you'll see it's pretty lengthy, or not super, but I mean, it definitely has some meat to it, which I love. Why it is important to undertake a ritual or visualization. And this we've already read in the book about neuroscience and all of that. And then it will have the ritual steps here, okay? And these are also different based on your goddess. So it's a personalized ritual for each goddess. And then at the end, it does say, please note, it is crucial to acknowledge that the symbology and interpretations can differ greatly among various cultures, religious ideologies, and individual viewpoints. The significance and comprehension of these goddesses may vary depending on the particular mythology backdrop or the spiritual and philosophical framework through which she is approached. The descriptions of these oracle cards are based on information gathered from various sources. Our aim is to provide an overview and a fictional interpretation, and we cannot guarantee the accuracy or completeness of this information. The artwork featured on these oracle cards have been crafted by digital artists and designers Relmi Damiano and Sasha Damiano, in conjunction with artificial intelligence that has been enhanced by human intervention. The visual imagery serves as a fictional representation of some of the symbols associated with these goddesses throughout history. So I appreciate this. Number one, they're saying, hey, we've gathered information from various sources. However, we recognize that depending on your personal situation, you may view these goddesses or deities slightly differently. That's great to acknowledge that everybody has their own point of view, their own viewpoints when viewing these goddesses and deities. The other thing I appreciate is that they do let us know that they have used some AI in generating these images. I know there's a lot of different points of view on using AI in tarot and oracle card creation. I personally don't mind it, and I definitely appreciate that they share that with us so that we know they're upfront and honest about it for people that does matter to. However, it's not something that bothers me at all. I obviously am super drawn to the art on these cards, so I'm okay with it personally, but just to share for those who are not. And I have to be honest, I am so happy that I got this deck. I went ahead and took the plunge. One of the final decision-making factors, since I couldn't ever see an actual flip-through of it, was that I finally found it on sale. So I appreciate that, because this deck isn't the cheapest. So when I saw it on sale, and it hadn't gone on sale the entire time I was watching it, even Black Friday, it didn't go on sale. So when I saw it on sale, I went ahead and snatched it up. I was like afraid it would never go on sale again or something. So super happy with this purchase. Absolutely love these cards. They are amazing and gorgeous. And I'm so excited to learn everything I can from this deck. Thank you for stopping by and watching my video, and I hope that you love this deck as much as I do. Let me know if you don't, share your thoughts with me down below. All right, everybody have a wonderful day. Bye.